I appreciate the opportunity to be on the floor this afternoon with my colleague from Kansas. It is 2 months ago tomorrow that Hamas carried out these horrific attacks in Israel. Now, bear in mind that the Jewish state, and this is the world's only Jewish state, it is in a fight for their very survival, because Hamas has decided that they're going to continue this. They said October 7th was basically the beginning, and they continue to do this over and over and over. Now, this is why we have said, let's deal with the aid to Israel and do it separately from Ukraine and from Taiwan. And let's also talk about our border. So there is a reason for what we are doing. Now, I know that my colleagues on the other side of the aisle do not want to have a pay-for. House Republicans have chosen to have a pay-for, and yes, indeed, this chamber needs to be working with the House to find a resolution to this issue. And I appreciate that my colleague from Washington brought up the fact that we need to work through this issue. Indeed, we do. So let's work through these issues separately. When it comes to Israel aid, there are some urgent needs that are there. There's $4 billion to replenish the Iron Dome. This is a wonderful technology that we have worked with Israel in creating. It is incredibly effective. They need $4 billion for replenishment. Bear in mind, I said Hamas has told us they did it once, they're going to do this again. They need $1 billion for munitions. They need $50 million for help to evacuate Americans, $150 million to help secure our embassy in Jerusalem, and using the money that was set aside for additional IRS agents but has not been used. That makes sense to Tennesseans that we would do that. I tell you where Tennesseans do have a problem. They look at our national debt, $34 trillion. That is about $100,000 for every man, woman, and child. I have a grandbaby that will be 4 months old tomorrow. His debt share, $100,000. Think about what we're doing. Think about what effect this will have 18, 19, 20 years from now when that child draws their first paycheck, and how it's going to limit their opportunity. Another thing that doesn't seem to make sense, while we all agree Israel needs to receive their funding, Tennesseans don't want this to come attached with billions of dollars for other programs, like $10 billion for global humanitarian assistance and more than $2 billion for assistance to resettle refugees. This is something that separately needs our attention. If we want to talk about securing borders, let's secure our border first. When we talk about aid to Israel, let's do it and let's pay for it. I appreciate my colleague from Kansas, and I yield my time back.